The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. On first down, Kaepernick. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
At their own 25-yard line.
Sony Michel, his first carry, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On second down, Michel. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and...
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
Let's go, let's go.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Sony Michel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And he puts it through.
That ties the game at 7. Jason Sanders set.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Dig in, let's go.
The drive will start with an option going left. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Jags grab it. Here on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw, Kaepernick, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. touchdown. Colin Kaepernick, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Well, that is vintage Colin Kaepernick right there, Charles. What a run.
He's definitely one of the best we've seen in the last decade or so in the NFL, and I would say probably even more than that. When he gets loose, there's almost no way to stop it, and he takes that one all the way to the end zone.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. These two teams all tied after one.
14-14.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Flushed out right. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. He can't bring him down, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
On the play. Brings up second down.
Here's Kaepernick. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And all the way down to the 7-yard line.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
Sliding out of the pocket, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Allen now on 3rd and goal.
He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Down and goal.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him not get through.
At their own 20.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it all...
Stephon Diggs. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Stephon Diggs. 77 yards. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Jaguars 21. Titans 17.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
He'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Allen.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
46-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Here's Allen to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up.
And this is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Robert Tonyan, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. And he'll bang that one through.
It's the score, Titans 24, Jaguars 21. Michael Dixon set to kick.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass, that maybe Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans.
On for the extra point.
And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend? Yeah. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen, eluding the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Complete. Jefferson the target. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now Edwards will live. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Flushed out right. He can run for it. Allen hit. He lost the football.
Allen on the keeper.
Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 27-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack.
Allen hit. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
And it's 3rd down.
Short to give it the tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Allen going to keep it. He pitches it. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
The 40-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now this one complete on the slant route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
1st down, Titans.
Now Allen. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville.
To throw again. Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Another takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Flush to his right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
A 49-yard attempt.
And And this one is right down Broadway. And that will swell the lead to 16. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too should...
Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete right around the 8. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Drew Sample, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Back now in Jacksonville, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To the air, Allen.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now Allen off the bootleg. Flushed out right.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there.
And it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Allen. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. This will be caught at about the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Drew Sample, a beast in the red zone with his... Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they had a long field to cover. They want
Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
At the 29-yard line.
On first down, Kaepernick rolling to his left. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he will be brought down, but a first and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. The end result, 21 yards. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Sanders' kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Returning it, John Ross.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. He would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate.
And now it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Allen again here on second and 10.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 50 wants the mic.
Following the fumble recovery, Allen. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Rip right.
So Allen's going to look to throw. Shaq tops it, making his presence felt on the sack.
Today's
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the downward